Want to welcome everybody to the Town of Hennessey Board of Trustees regular meeting. Call to order, roll call.
Dave?
Here.
Harold?
Here.
Bert?
Here.
Randy?
Here.
Report from Town of Hennessey AD, HOC agency. Jack, you got anything to say?
No.
Consider approval of consent agenda. Approval of previous month's meeting. Approval of claims as follows. Purchase orders $29,889.64. The RSTF $32,520.09. Cemetery care, 0. Juvenile fund, 0. Library fund, 0. Street and alley fund, $21.29. Previous month, purchase orders, $2,360.15.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Randy?
Yes.
Bert?
Yes.
Harold?
Yes.
Dave?
No.
Citizen comments.
I will, Thursday night is all of our Christmas activities we've been working really hard on with the Lions Club and everyone else, and it'd be, I'd like to invite all of you guys to come out and we've put a lot of work into this. Is going to be a pretty neat Christmas event.
Town administrator report.
You guys have my report. The only thing a couple of things I'd like to add to it is our Christmas party is Saturday at, it's either 6 or 6:30. We were talking about that a while ago. I put 6, but Shelley thought it was 6:30, so we're gonna confirm that and send it out. I would encourage all the board members to come, because this is time when you can really go one-on-one with the employees, kind of get to know them, show your appreciation. I think it's very important that we show the employees how much we care for them and appreciate them. Another thing is a couple of expenses that have come up in the past week. We had a manhole that pretty much,
The top of it is just kind of been deteriorating with all the traffic. It's right over here on West Second, so we're just gonna replace the top of it and concrete around there.
so that's $6,000, and then one of the RO pumps, motor at the plant went down, and so we had a backup, you know how we kept those backups, so we put the backup in it, and the other one's gonna cost about $7,500. So we had to get that repaired.
They just rotate them and then that becomes the backup, the newly repaired one. And
Well,
Or
the
do
one
you-
we have in there, that's kind of our backup. The one that
so you'll
actually
take
went
it out.
Yeah.
I see.
Harold, I got a question. Will that work be contractor work, or will both of those jobs be our people doing the work?
The pump we had to have rebuilt, or the
It's a-
motor,
Yeah, it's a brand new motor.
brand new motor, so we cannot, we're purchasing the motor, and Farmers Electric is putting it in, because we can't do the electrical part. And then the manhole is contracted,
Thank you.
because we wanted to make sure that it's professionally done.
Thank you.
And on that, we went and got, how many quotes, like 4 quotes on that, so. They ranged anywhere from 6,000 to 48,000, so, yeah.
Good, wow, what a spread.
Just about.
Yeah.
Anything else? You guys got anything?
Nope.
Other scheduled business? Meeting dates for 2025.
On that, there just needs to be, the November one falls on Veterans Day. And so we need to figure out either to go on Monday, the 10th, which would interfere with Kingfisher with Jared, or we can go to like that Thursday, which would be the 13th.
I'm okay with the 13th. Thursday works for me.
I have no preference. Doesn't matter. I can make either day.
I'll go with 13.
I'm okay with 13.
I haven't got all of my meetings on my calendar for 2025 yet, but I may have a conflict on the 13th either, as well with Wacomas. So, I mean, obviously, it's more important that you all are here than me, so whatever is best.
Well, not only Jared, but the school board meetings are on the second Monday, so we would therefore help Barb and Jeff out too. If it works for you guys.
I make a motion to approve the meeting dates for 2025, changing November, from November 11th to November 13th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, Randy,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Harold,
Yes.
Bert,
Yes.
Discussion with possible action to give longevity bonus to the employees using ARPA funds.
this will be finishing up using, or obligating the last of the ARPA funds that we have to obligate. And I think there's like $28,000 still to be obligated. And if we do like we did last year, then that'll be right around $30,100, giving those part-time employees $250 and full-time employees $500 plus $50 for every year that they've been employed with the town of Hennessey. I mean, sorry, $1,000 plus $50 per year for employment years.
And we can use the ARPA funds for that? Okay.
What else could we use the ARPA funds for?
You could use it for water, I mean, most of the stuff that we've obligated that money, I think we used like 28,000 2 years ago for the bonuses. We've used money for the water line over here, the water line over here, and then we have for the water meter project. We have obligated for that. So anything water related we could do. It's just hard to do something with like $28,000. I mean, we can.
But doesn't it have to be earmarked before the end of the year?
Yes,
Or
by
we lose
December
it?
31st, yes.
Okay.
But if you guys voted no not to use that, then we would have to have a special meeting because we'd have to come up with something else to
Sure.
obligate that.
That'd be $1,000 plus
$50
50 per
year.
Per year.
I make a motion to give longevity bonuses to the employees using ARPA funds.
Can you say,
specify how
specify
much.
how much?
What'd you say, 28,500? It's not in here,
No.
so.
The,
Oh,
Per
okay.
employee.
Per employee, so it's $250 per part-time employee, $1,000 per full-time, plus $50 per year of service to the town of Hennessey.
I second.
okay, Randy,
Yes.
Bert,
Yes.
Harold,
Yes.
Dave.
Yes.
Discussion with possible action to charge the credit card fees back to the customer through PSN.
I mean, everywhere you go now, they're starting to put their credit card fees back onto the consumer, the customer. I just want you guys to be aware of how much the town is spending in credit card fees. We pay 2.75% per transaction. If it's under $100, then we pay an extra 50 cents on top of the 2.75%. So we took in by credit cards this past year, we took in 684,000, or up until like from January to today, we've taken in 684,181.40, which then you just do that 2.75% on that, and we've paid $18,814.99 on credit card.
So this is.
That will bring in more money than, I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
than some of our interest-bearing accounts, so.
So this would be for like myself who's set up on auto pay. I would get charged this fee every month basically added to my water bill.
Correct.
Okay.
There's a caveat to that, because if you
Okay.
pay by check instead of by credit card, it's only 50 cents if you have it set up on auto,
Okay, so if you,
versus the 2.75%.
so if you have your bank account linked inside of the app or the web page in which you pay online, then you only pay 50 cents
Correct.
versus, okay. So basically, if you have it set up, it's gonna raise a regular person's water bill $6 a year, is what you're saying? 50 cents a month,
Yes.
okay.
Sorry, I was lost there.
No, I was just making sure I
Or
understood that correctly.
You can go through us, and we take it out on the 10th of every month through ACH. We submit those to the bank if it's set up on ACH through just the town and not through PSN. And we don't charge a fee for that because it doesn't cost us.
Okay.
Either way, to me, I just wanted you guys to be aware of what it is and how, I think this is another reason why other people are starting to charge it back to the customer, because they're starting to look at it, how much they're losing with the people paying by credit card all the time.
So,
It's becoming more and more prevalent,
It is.
and I've even seen it at some restaurants that I hadn't seen it there before, but some of the restaurants are charging that back.
Well, I was gonna say Roosters is.
yeah. So also with this, so would that also include things like permits? Are we doing that currently, or are we already, or we're eating that cost right now as well?
We're eating that, permits, the swimming pool,
So anything, anybody comes in and pays with a card,
yes,
we're losing 2.75% right off the top.
yes.
Okay. So would we need to make, okay, so this doesn't say just for the water bill. This is just a blanket, anything you use a card for? Because I think the tag agency's been doing this forever.
Yeah,
I think this has been a pretty standard thing, so. Okay, but if they came in and paid with a check, there's not gonna be any extra fee on that. This is just for the card. Okay,
And if they use the online banking and use their checking account versus their card, then it's only 50 cents versus the 2.75%.
okay. Thank you.
I make a motion that we charge credit card fees back to the customer in the amount of 2.75% through PSN.
I'll second that.
I may make a suggestion,
Yeah.
this is not a legal suggestion, but just maybe PR based. Does it make sense to put an effective date on that, so you have some time, where there's those nuances of, if you pay with a credit card, it's this, but if you do a ACH, it's something else.
I
Give you all a
agree,
little bit of
because it's gonna
time.
take us a while to get all of it switched over anyway, because it'll just charge the customer like on their card, it won't even go through us at that point. So, I mean, you can,
So maybe amend the motion to, what would a fair effective date be?
I mean, like March 1st, I would even say.
So that gives you time to roll that out.
Yeah. I'll amend the motion to become effective March 1st, 2025.
I second.
Well, I think too, we can send out a letter letting them know, and then that way they can change it to an ACH, or they can do something different if they want. Bert,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Harold,
Yes. Approve resolution number 2024-06, notice of election. Tiffany?
Jared helped me fill, or complete this. If you'll notice that there is a 4-year terms for trustee, and town treasurer, and then an unexpired term, Cliff's term, that's for 2 years. So, and then the filing is Monday, February 3rd, until 5 o'clock, February 5th, Wednesday. And then the election will be April 1st, first Tuesday in April. Fool's Day.
Ooh.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2024-06, notice of election.
Second.
Bert,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Harold.
Yes. Accept the proclamation to designate Hennessey a Purple Heart City. Bert?
I put this on the agenda. I had talked with Elaine Johns, who grew up here in Hennessey, and in fact was a classmate of mine. Been discussing this with her for some time, and I would like for you to go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm sorry we haven't met, I don't believe.
Hi, I'm actually the Purple Heart Commander, Chapter Commander. I'm kind of my sheriff's uniform. I had to work today, so sorry. I usually have my Purple Heart stuff on, so I had to come straight to the sheriff's office, straight over here. But yeah, I'm with the Purple Heart, and what we do is we bring awareness to a lot of the members from here in Oklahoma that got injured and hurt and all that. I've been with the Purple Heart since 2014. I got injured in Afghanistan in 11 and 12 when I was over there. I was shot and blown up over there. So I spent 2 years in the hospital going through physical therapy and all that. I was a federal police officer, matter of fact, at Vance Air Force Base. Had to retire out of there. Came back part-time with Logan County Sheriff's Office. Been there ever since because I helped do all the transports and all that kind of stuff. But what this means is to make your city pretty much saying we back the Purple Heart, we honor them and all that, and spreading awareness to the guys who got injured over there in Afghanistan and all the other wars that was over there in Vietnam and everything like that. And so what this is if you guys voted in and do all that, what it does, it raises awareness. Doesn't cost you guys anything. The Department of Transportation will actually, you guys contact them, they'll put up signs in your city and consider Hennessey a Purple Heart City. And then what we do is, after the proclamation is signed, we send it up to Washington DC. It puts it on a registry, so anybody can get on there and look up the Purple Heart cities of the United States, and it'll also bring up everywhere in Oklahoma and all the other states. We actually got Oklahoma as a Purple Heart state also. I started this actual program back in 2014, and I'm the one who originally started it with Perry being the very first Purple Heart city in Oklahoma. Now we have got up to 80. And we got Purple Heart Lakes, Purple Heart, and I'm trying to we're turning the pretty much state purple. My goal is to make every city a Purple Heart city in Oklahoma and be the first city in Oklahoma, our first state in the United States to do that. And we are actually starting to pick up where we're gonna have more Purple Heart cities and states and lakes and schools than any other state. And we're on the road to do that right now and everything. And I do got a proclamation, but I guess I got the wrong mayor on here. When I did it. So, because I got Cliff on here, so I think I messed up on that when I did this, because I did this, it's been in the works for a while.
Yes.
And if we need to reword it, but I've got some proclamations made if y'all want to do it. We just change that and then we sign it and get a copy to me. It can be something that can be emailed. I don't need to have a hard copy. And then y'all put the other one up in your city hall and all that, and then we have a plaque and all that to give to y'all to put in the city hall.
There, do
So-
you need to review that?
I saw the texted back and forth version, it's a little blurry. It's got the city of Hennessey listed in it, so there's a few corrections that need made. I think it's a great thing, and I think
Yeah,
it's
and
something
this
you
is kind
need
of,
to
I mean, you
do.
could go off this and we could do the correction.
Or we can go ahead and get it corrected and then bring it back to
Yeah.
the January meeting, that way
Yes,
we've got
do
the
that,
clean
yeah.
copy ready to go. I think
Right.
that would be the normal way to do it, and then we can still go ahead and get it done,
That's really
Yes.
nice.
yeah.
Yep, and so like you said, you guys could put a nice one up in a display. That's what a lot of them do in their glass frames, and it looks really good with the plaque. But we did go ahead and make plaques. I figured you guys were gonna vote on it and pick it in there, and if it does.
Does the plaque
it'd be
say City of Tennessee?
good. It does. I did got that right.
No, it's town.
Oh, don't tell me I messed that. Let's see.
Yeah, everything on this one was.
Maybe it's
You're
up.
used to it.
I did get city on there.
Yeah,
So,
we're a town,
because I got all the information I sent, so it's like,
yeah.
so you tell I'm on the ball and all this. I was just going off the emails and trying to get it all
I
organized.
was communicating with Elaine, and she was out of the country for a while, and
Right.
then I couldn't get hold of her. Jack told me she'd broken her leg and was
Yes,
recovered from that.
Yeah, she just sent me a text on that, was telling me about all that. And I was trying to go back, all the texts and emails and who I was talking to, I was trying to get everything set up right. So, but I mean, if we need to do a correction on the plaque, we can do that later too, that's not a big deal. But we could probably get you this one to hang up there and put a sticky note over the city. Nobody will ever know, trust me. But
Oh.
it's definitely nice to meet everybody.
And what was your name?
James Battles. Battles. Mhm.
You have a card, James?
Yep, got my vehicle, my wallet, I can go grab the card a little bit and I'll go get that and bring it back in.
We just won't do nothing until it'll be brought back up.
I would say that, let's get it all right, let's do it right the first time, since we're.
Jack,
doing a
will
neat
you
thing
come
with-
back? Do what? Will you come back?
I live 3 miles north.
Well,
Jack, I would just like to ask you, and I'm not trying to embarrass you or put you on the spot, how many Purple Hearts have you received?
I have 3 Purple Hearts.
You have 3.
Right.
If you all have never gotten a chance to hear Jack's story, it's very incredible. And I've known Jack Tony for years and years and years, and it wasn't until probably 4 or 5 years ago that I knew really what a war hero he really truly is.
Not many people knew, Kurt.
And I'm very honored that you're here, and very honored that we can do this, so. And thank you so much for coming, and I'm sorry for the confusion, because
No,
I was the contact person with Elaine, so I may have not gotten something back that
That's
we should have, but.
We'll just wait till.
Yeah, that's what I would say, let's get it all corrected, and we'll bring it back in January, ready to go.
Sounds great.
Just
Yeah.
don't make any motion, it'll die, and then we can bring it right back, since we didn't take any action.
New business. Citizen comments. Councilperson's report. Dave?
Yeah, I just have one thing. Tiffany, I'm interested in the financials on the swimming season. Have you guys got that stuff compiled?
It's almost done. We've been having a few computer problems lately, and so we've been trying to really hustle just to get our day-to-day stuff done in here. So I will have it for you next time.
Okay, thank you. That's all I got.
Randy,
I don't have anything.
Bert,
No, sir.
motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, Harold,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Bert,
Yes.
Dave.
Yes.
I want to welcome everybody to the Hennessey Utility Authority Board of Trustees regular meeting. Call to order, roll call,
Harold,
here.
Dave,
Here.
Bert,
Here.
Randy.
Here.
Consider approval of the consent agenda, minutes of previous month's meeting. Approval of claims as follows. Hennessey Utilities Authority Fund, $59,839.78. Previous month, Hennessey Utilities Authority Fund, $47.94. Meeting dates for 2025. Discussion with possible action to charge the credit card fees back to the customer through PSN. Make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
oh, all right, thank you.
I'll take care.
Thank you. Safe
Thank
travel.
you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to.
Thanks for being here, Jack.
Thank God.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, Jack.
See you guys.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that too. See you, Jack.
Tiffany, did you get a card from him?
Oh, no, I don't need a call.
There you go.
I'll give Bart. Okay, and all the commotion I missed, who made the motion?
I did.
Who seconded?
I did.
Boy, Randy, you're just on it tonight, aren't you? All right, Harold,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Bert,
Yes.
Dave.
No.
Citizen comments. Other scheduled business. Discussion with possible action to give longevity bonuses to the employees using the ARPA funds. Motion to approve.
I make a motion to give longevity bonuses to the employees using ARPA funds, $250 for part-time employees, $1,000 for full-time, with $50 for every year of service for the town of Hennessey.
A second.
Randy,
Yes.
Bert,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Harold.
Yes. New business. Citizen comments. Councilperson's report. Dave?
Yeah, I've got a couple of things. I just want to say again, and I appreciate Alyssa being here at our meetings. I would really, really, really like to see on the big screen the stuff that you guys are planning and the stuff that we're spending. I would like to see, I mentioned before, program or project management software where we can overlay more than one project on the screen and we can watch all the projects. We could review the projects with Alyssa and or you once a month at our meeting, a brief presentation. so we know what's going on in the public works area. That's a request, I'm not demanding, I'm just saying I think it would be a good idea. Do you guys remember me talking about that?
I don't remember a software program, no. Do you know what meeting it was? Might go back
I
and
can't.
listen.
I actually think I talked to you about it outside of a meeting. I guess what I'm doing here now is I guess I'm asking, would you guys be interested in displaying that kind of information with maybe a 10-minute presentation or less? Example, I'm curious to know what's going on with our water meter situation. We've made some more purchases. We're gonna have a radio antenna on the.
No, that was a grant that we approved to go for, but we have not heard back from that, and that was
Okay.
in my report.
Well, that would be, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say something wasn't in your report. What I'm looking for is, you've heard me talk about digitization of our records. We can make dinosaur tracks for the future. Alyssa can track this stuff that she's gonna be doing, and she can talk to us once a month and give us updates on what's going on. And we can watch the funding. We have a lot of progressive payments that we make to contractors. I would like to see that. I would like to see it all once a month.
I guess I'm confused because you're getting that once a month, the list of all of the payments that we're making, and it gives a brief description of what it is in the packet, so I'm not sure.
You're talking about expenditure records?
Uh-huh.
I'm not as worried about, yes, I agree with you, those records are given to us. I'm not as worried about expenditures as I am the progress on these projects, on the stuff that you guys are doing. I'm just telling you, that's the way I see things. And I think we've got a public works director, and I think Alyssa is going to do a great job on running some kind of presentation here. And I'm not asking for a half hour or an hour, I'm just asking for an overview of what our projects are that we have in the public works department.
Okay.
So,
We'll figure something out. I also want to get with Jared, see what other communities do regarding that, because we're trying to lean more towards where the board acts on policies and stuff like, in big things and not the day-to-day stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to,
There's a way to bridge the gap.
yeah.
Let's just discuss a little bit, we can come up with some ideas and
Yeah.
see what works to let you and everybody see what projects you've got, where we're at on them, and be able to go from there.
the software that I'm talking about, project management software, it's a timeline. It's a timeline. Start day one, start date. Then we'll have progression, we'll have milestones. The water meters project would have been a good example, that would have been nice to have.
Because I'm sure that software is not cheap. Because we already have for, like work orders and stuff, those software, I mean, we could software ourselves to death where all of our income is going to software. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, and I'm not disagreeing with you. Let me say one more thing and I'll hush, and we can talk about this outside of a meeting if you want. Do you guys have a Microsoft project on your computer?
If it's in 365, we will eventually. But I don't
That is
know.
the software suite that I'm talking about using. It should be on your computers when you get the 365 stuff.
Is it on 365, Randy, do you know?
I'm not sure. It's not something I'm familiar with using.
I use 365 at work, and it covers Outlook for email, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and one I never use, but it may be an add-on, David.
It may be, yeah.
It may be an
I'll have to
add-on.
check with our IT.
Well, it just depends on which plan. they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll back out of it here in this meeting. But I think it's a great idea, and our citizens can see it. And it'll help Alyssa manage stuff, and help you manage stuff. And there is a way to do it in Microsoft, in PowerPoint, but it's a lot better if you use Microsoft Project. And I'll talk with you some more. Okay, I'm done, Harold.
Randy?
I don't have anything.
Bert?
Only thing I've got, I'd like to say, I like these iPads. This is pretty neat. So,
He likes his little tablet. Yeah. We're gonna have to do a mock meeting so we can learn how to vote on them.
Oh, okay.
And learn how to
Anytime.
get live.
I just like it better than funneling through paper, which is what I'm usually sitting here doing. So, good deal.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Okay, Harold,
Here? Oh, yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
Bert,
Yes.